What's up, everybody? Welcome to the review commentary for Hatoful Boyfriend. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Miranda, the miraculous freelancer Sanchez. Hey, Miranda.
Hello, everyone.
So you reviewed this game, Hatoful Boyfriend.
I did.
It's the pigeon dating simulator.
Yes.
We're going to jump into it right now. Start playing. While you do that, tell me what kind of pervert would play this game. Dating pigeons?
Well, me.
You pervert.
I can never look at pigeons the same.
Yeah,
I
bet you can't.
Now
You just see them, you get turned on. It's all disgusting.
I was just, they're captivating.
Yeah, there's something all right. This is the one that captured IGN by storm. It took us by surprise. Everyone jumped in. They heard about this game was coming out where you date pigeons. What the hell is going on? You're a human in it.
Yes, yeah. So right now I'm naming my character. It can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
It could be you. So your human character enrolls in this school.
Uh-huh.
And hold on, we're choosing if we want to display human portraits.
Okay.
So we can get a little more comfortable with our avian boyfriends.
Sure, okay.
So
I like that.
We're going to go with it. Just, you don't have to, but it makes me feel a bit more comfortable to know there's a human side to these birds.
Wait, so you're making the birds look like humans?
Yes. So there's an
But you
option
could just make
right
them look
now.
like birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just whenever it's only whenever they're introduced.
Okay.
So, like right now, we're just starting this off. This girl, me.
Uh-huh.
It's my second year
Okay.
at this prestigious school for pigeons and
course.
birds in Japan. And I'm just starting my first day,
In your review, you talked about the fact that you liked that it skipped the first year.
Yes.
You've already settled in a way, right?
Right, yeah. The shock of, oh my gosh, there is a human in this bird school is just over. It's nothing. It's just...
They moved on to whatever the next Pigeon Gate story is.
Right,
Gotcha.
right. It's not a problem.
Gotcha.
So
There's one.
here's our first pigeon.
Now, these are just stock photos of pigeons.
Yes, and it is beautiful. I love this. Look
That's
at
an
this.
exaggeration, I think. But
No, look at this.
it's not even
bird.
an
So
HD.
majestic.
That's not an HD photo of a
He
pigeon.
looks so good against this background, though.
It's a cute photo, yes. I'll give you that.
There's even better.
Oh,
See,
so okay.
This is his human form, but it doesn't really matter because they never take a human form. They're always birds no matter what.
Okay.
This is just a way to make you more comfortable, I think.
So he'll never in this game appear as
Nope,
this human again.
He is never a human. This is just whenever they're introduced.
That's weird. Is that not weird? That seems weird.
It makes you feel a bit more comfortable, like I said, that they have a side that you can relate to.
I guess. You're still talking to a pigeon. It doesn't make it any less weird.
Yeah, but it's a handsome pigeon.
That's true. So as you go through this game, you meet different pigeons. You're talking that they start off as stereotypes, right?
Right. So this is the best friend.
Gotcha.
Of course, you start with the best friend.
You're Ducky.
He's known me forever. I've known him. Correction, I've known him forever. I've known him since he was like a chick.
Yeah.
So that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Because I could date him, but
That's really
it's okay.
weird.
He's got a
Pigeons
good
have shorter
start.
lifespans, so it all
Right.
catches up in the end. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, and here we go.
First
Here's
term
our
starting.
first
Look at
term.
all them pigeons.
Yes.
Do
So
you-
this first term's all right.
Yeah.
Probably not the highlight of the game, which is kind of okay because you can skip through it with this button up here.
Oh, wow.
So one big part of Hatoful Boyfriend is playing through it, finding who you like, and then skipping through the first beginning part and replaying. Like
Okay.
just constantly playing. Like I played this game at least 10, 12 times.
And you said the game usually takes about an hour, right?
Right. So without skipping this first part, it takes about an hour to get through.
Okay.
So now we're meeting our second pigeon. Or not pigeon.
Is he your professor?
Is a professor
Specializes
Has
in
lucky.
math and
and
physics. So you have to click.
And
You're
also
clicking right now to make all these words appear.
Yes.
It's at your own pace. They're not trying to rush you here.
Yeah, so some of it will just, pop up, and then if, say, this is too slow, I just want to click through, you can do that as well.
Gotcha.
So it's nice. That's so black curls.
Yeah.
It's hidden
I
behind
didn't
this
expect the
pigeon face.
professor to look this handsome.
Yeah, these are all surprisingly quite handsome.
So I'm confused. What's the point? The point of the game is to find something to date. It's only an hour long, but they're pigeons and they're humans in the beginning. What about it stands out? You're giving it a high score here at IGN. What do you like so much about it?
Right. So if you haven't been able to follow along, it's very witty. The text is super witty.
Mm-hmm.
It's just super enjoyable to read through. I found myself very invested in these birds,
Yeah?
which I thought would be a little bit difficult to do because they're stock photo birds,
Right.
and their expressions don't change like many dating sims. They'll have multiple portraits for the characters,
Mhm.
but staring into these little beady eyes, surprisingly very
Get attached.
captivating.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
they're all characterized super, super well, and that's something I've really enjoyed, and it kind of pushed me to keep playing and finding different endings for them. So
Dang,
some
look
of
at this one
these-
peacocking up in this point.
Yeah, Sakuya.
Yeah, that's something else you point out, that there's different endings, right? That's the
Right.
reason you've been replaying so much,
Yes,
right?
so you can date each of these birds, and there's 8 birds you can date. So that means you automatically have 8 different paths to end with. So some of these paths are also tied. So they allude to like some conflicts or some other stories.
So you have to go back to see what happened and why
So-
this one pigeon hates that other pigeon.
Right. If you want that depth, you have to go back and play through that storyline.
Gotcha.
So it's very easy to get sucked into here for hours at a time. But also at the same time, if you don't want to be here for hours, you can just play through one path for an hour and then be done with it.
Interesting.
So here's our third bird friend.
Do they ever address the fact that you're a human being dating a bird, and how does this work?
Actually, yes. This game is surprisingly self-aware at points.
Uh-huh.
At one point, it tells you, look in the top left corner, because it's where the data is like, oh, look, you're a day early. Look at the top left corner. And they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it addresses that, and then some of the birds do address that you are human and you are dating them and what conflicts that brings.
Gotcha.
So it gets surprisingly deep, and some of them are really dark too.
Yeah, I bet it's not cool that you can't. The bird can never hug you. That's
Right.
the first problem.
That is the problem. I mean, you can hold them as tight as you want, but they
Sure.
can never hug you back.
There's no intimacy there.
Nope. And this game isn't very intimate physically. It's very intimate, verbally, emotionally.
The connections.
You get that connection. So
How many of the dates get to the fact of like, there's no physical connection here? I don't know what to do. I can only hold you. You can only peck at me.
only like one of them really touches on that you're a human part, and I don't really want to go too into it.
Yeah, I know.
Not
Don't no
spoil it.
spoilers, of course.
Yeah, so some of I just want to tell you everything. But,
Are there any big things we haven't hit on that you want to tell the world about Hatoful Boyfriend?
So I think the biggest thing is just to keep playing it.
Yeah.
And just keep replaying. I mean, if you enjoy it, obviously you're gonna want to. But if you maybe don't feel it for the first playthrough, just keep going through it. Because what happened with me with my first playthrough was I reached a fail state. There is a way you can lose this game.
You
and
kill the
that's-
birds. You step on them by accident.
No.
No?
Even though I worried about that sometimes.
Sure.
Your protagonist will get in fights with the other birds.
Oh no, yeah, that's
And I
not
was just
good.
like, wouldn't you just
Just
automatically
destroy
win?
them immediately.
Yeah, exactly. But instead, if you fail to pick a path in the beginning, like to the halfway point, then your character, well, something happens
Okay,
to your
okay,
character.
okay.
Yeah, I don't want to get into
Avian
it. 'cause
bird
it's just-
flu,
it's
dies.
really good. It's really good. Once you
Alright.
get there, I mean, that's even an ending that's cool to get.
Yeah.
So every ending is rewarding.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Hatoful Boyfriend, the pigeon dating sim. What do you think of it? Let us know in the comments. Then make sure you keep coming to IGN for crazy, quirky games like this. Miranda, thank you for your time. How much does this game cost? We never even talked about that.
This costs about $10.
It's
I
on
think
Steam
it's
and the
on
whatnots?
sale for $9 right now.
All right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Get it. Then let us know which bird you fell in love with.